I'm not an expert at anything. This is me personally sharing what I have been affected from. It's my testimony to different things that I think are impactful. And hopefully I'll be able to take some of those things and I'll say, hey, you should check it out. If you're finding this video now, you might be wondering, why are you putting in the work to record videos, to edit videos, to create thumbnails, to post descriptions, do all this stuff? When you're looking at my subscribers, I have little to none. When you're looking at my views, I have very few. So it may not make sense. And this is a question I've been asking myself. And this is a question I asked leading up to creating this channel. Why are you going to create a YouTube channel? And right now, I want to. I feel called to it. I think that I've always had this desire to engage people in some way, to speak in a capacity to share what I've learned. And in high school, I was part of a leadership club and I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I decided I was going to go to college. A part of my major was going to be leadership. I was going to go be a speaker. I was going to go to executive boards and big companies, and I was going to do this team building activities. And I was going to help in that way. And that was what I thought I wanted to do. I did your mission work, and I would say I changed that a little bit. I still wanted to be a Christian speaker now. I wanted to join the speaker circuit. I wanted to be the next Christophonic and travel around and give talks about the faith. I had gone through a conversion late in high school, a deeper conversion late in high school, and I wanted to share about that. I wanted people to know about that. I think there was a lot of glamour there as well, though. During that season, I actually created the YouTube channel. My freshman year, maybe into my sophomore year, I can't remember exactly when I stopped. I created videos. I got my MacBook, I got a Yeti microphone, and I was creating videos. A lot of them were about the faith. And when you watch those videos,
What is extroversion?
they're very awkward,
I went on like
very
philosophy,
uncomfortable. My voice is different. My
No,
mannerisms are different.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I fully knew who I was yet. I hadn't fully
What is
developed. I was doing
extroversion?
something not out of a genuine kind of heart. Don't say that I wasn't malicious in the fact, but I think I wasn't fully there. And I think that's why this will be a little bit different. It's because now when I talk to you, I'm no longer being somebody else. My authentic self is coming out. And that comes to a big reason why I am doing this in the first place, why I felt called. And I felt called, I've felt this tug for quite a few years, and I've just pushed it off for a lot of different reasons. But I had this desire to just kind of catalog my life. But I also really want to grow in self-awareness. And I know that for me personally, I am an internal processor. Naturally, I keep things inside it. I don't know if that's naturally good or naturally bad, if there's a balance for sure. My wife, on the other hand, she's very much an external processor. I sit down, she asks me, how was your day? The most I can tell her is what I had for breakfast, lunch, and maybe a few details. It's hard for me just to sit down and say, how was your day, and answer that question. Whereas my wife, if I ask the question, how was your day? Or I just say, how or what? She can go on for about 2 hours talking. She's an external processor. So the goal with this YouTube channel is that it's going to push me outside of my comfort zone. One of the things I read in Habits for Holiness, which I'll talk about, is this need for vulnerability. And this is very vulnerable. To sit in front of a camera may not feel vulnerable because there's no one around. It's just me and a camera. But I know that at least a few other people will watch this. My friends, my family, maybe some of my students, and some random strangers. And they're going to judge it. They're going to see it and they're going to think something. So this is a challenge in vulnerability for me. I want to grow in self-knowledge. I want to grow in self-awareness. So by forcing myself to sit in front of a camera and to process, hopefully when I'm home with my wife and she asks, how was my day? I can actually give her some fruit. I can actually say something more than just, I had this for breakfast, I had this for lunch. I'm feeling okay. I've also been reading St. Ignatius of Loyola's Discernment of Spirits by Father Gallagher. He takes it and breaks them down for the lay person. And that's been just another challenge. I really need to be self-aware. For the spiritual life, self-awareness is key. Know thyself. So as I create this YouTube channel, as I create these videos, I'm going to be practicing external processing. I'm going to be practicing knowing what's going on in my heart and my mind. And you'll see that. You'll see that sometimes I have to stop. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say. And that's okay. That's natural. That's life. Another reason that I really want to create this YouTube channel is because this summer, especially over our marriage, but this summer especially, and last summer, we've learned a lot of things in our marriage. We've soaked up a lot of really good content. Habits for Holiness, Opt-Out Family, the minimalist, all this stuff that we've consumed, that we've learned from, and we just think that it's good. Like, I really love the book Crazy Love by Francis Chan. And I think everybody should read Crazy Love. I really enjoyed the book Habits for Holiness. And Habits for Holiness in a particular way, I think was a very large catalyst in my spiritual life this summer. So there's just a lot of things that we're learning. And if every time we get together with our friends and we're just always talking about these things that we think are awesome and that they should implement, that can be a little inundating. That can overwhelm the conversation. So this is a platform where I can say, hey, if you're a father, you should check this resource out because this has really personally impacted me. And that's what this will be. I am not a professional. I teach high school psychology. I have a minor in psychology. I teach high school theology. I have a master's in theology. Other than that, and with that, I'm not an expert at anything. This is me personally sharing what I have been affected from. It's my testimony to different things that I think are impactful. And hopefully I'll be able to take some of those things and I'll say, hey, you should check it out. So when I create this channel, it's a challenge also for me to just continue to develop myself as a better person. I think that it's easy to get stuck in complacency and not see it as complacency. See, this is how life looks like for a married man. I think there's more. I think there has to be more because the Lord promised that there will be more. So this channel is also a challenge for me to continue to push myself, but also push you because I have experienced what it's like to really radically trust and to really dive into some truths. And I think that you can do that too. I think there's a fullness of life that's waiting for us. And I think it's really easy to settle. And it's so sad when I see this, that I've experienced this fullness and other people I just see there's so much for you there. There is so much for you. Like the Lord wants to do something in your life that's crazy. It doesn't make sense that you wouldn't plan. It's been my heart for a while to do something like this. When I did NET, I really fell in love with kind of discipleship and accompaniment. I love to enter the lives of the young men, high schoolers mostly, and share my personal life with them and just enter into their lives and see where they're at. And hopefully at times say, like, when I was in high school, I was an idiot. I don't want you to be an idiot. I am not a great father, but I'm trying to be, and I'm doing things that will make me a better father, better husband, better teacher, better friend. So this is a journey with you and with me where I come to learn about myself more and learn what the Lord has in store for me. I'll take bits of fruit that I get from my readings, from my prayer, from my conversations, and I'll share them with you because I want you to learn as I learn. I want you to grow as I grow. So this whole idea of a Catholic dad, man fully alive, is that fatherhood has been a particular place for me of growth. For sure, being married, but in a greater way, in a different way, fatherhood. And I fully believe if you step into your vocation as a husband, as a father, you will become more fully alive. It's not out there. God, spouse, children. That is how you become fully alive. So as I create this YouTube channel, it may or may not grow. Maybe only 5 to 10 people watch it. But that's okay because I'm doing this first for the Lord, and then for me, and then hopefully for some other people. But I want to honor the Lord. I want to glorify Him. And the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. So essentially what He's done in my life, He can do in yours. So as I glorify the Lord by sharing my testimony, as I remind myself of what He's done in my life so I can continue to grow stronger, hopefully He can do some of the stuff in your life. The contentment check. No TV. These small little things that I found fruit in. Hopefully you can find fruit in. So join me if you want. As I become a better man, better husband, and better father, as I learn more about the love of the Lord. Because there's a lot there for us. There's a lot. And the glory of God is man fully alive. So there has to be more. Fully alive. Not partially. Not okay. Mostly. No. The glory of God is man fully alive. What does it look like to be fully alive? What does it look like to glorify the Lord with your life? I'm trying to find out. I've seen a couple ways. And hopefully I find a couple more. Learning who I was. Bouncing. When did I start bouncing? I guess it's true.